What's up, guys? This is Casey and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing the SPY, which is the S&P 500 ETF. We're going to be reviewing the price action today, some of the market movers, and where I think we may be moving with the markets in the next few days and next few weeks. So let's just hop into this. So today the SPY ended slightly down. It ended at 321.17, just below a percent, basically 0.63% down. And overall, it was a relatively flat day. If we take a look at the weekly, as you guys can see, everyone is still kind of trying to figure out if we're going to finish this last part of the V formation. I mean, at this part, we've had a ridiculous run up from the lows of 218.26 back in March, and here we are all the way July 27th, 28th, Tuesday, and we're trying to figure out if we're going to have this, this little last 20% pop that's going to get us to back to new high. Well, I should say same highs. Now, a couple of things are going to matter. If we go back and we take a look at the Nasdaq. All right, right now this is just pure tech that is leading the markets. If we take a look at the Nasdaq, you can see that the Nasdaq is at all-time highs and then some. The previous high was at 1093. It's now well over that by approximately 25-30%, and it's well due for a pullback. So right now, the S&P, the really top 5 companies are leading this market movement: Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, and Google. Those are the main ones. FAANG. As the FAANG goes, so does the market, at least as of right now. The markets are frothy. They're very frothy. They have been for quite a while now. Earnings was awful for a lot of the companies for the last quarter. Facebook came out and said that they missed their second quarter earnings significantly, and that the future earnings were going to be low for the following quarter. Their stock went up like 5% the next day. So earnings was ridiculous. And now turning around this particular quarter, I've noticed that a lot of the companies who have come out with their earnings, such as Netflix, had bad earnings. Microsoft's earnings were kind of soft. Tesla's earnings were soft, minus the tax credits that they received. A lot of companies are receiving very soft earnings reports that they're releasing, and that's causing the market to look even frothier. Now, this week is a very, very critical week for the entire stock market as a whole, because the really big heavyweights are reporting this week. Actually, Thursday, we have Google that's going to be reporting, or Alphabet, I should say. We also have Facebook that's going to be reporting again tomorrow. And we also have, what else do we have here? We have the old beloved Apple that is reporting. So it's going to be great earnings to find out exactly what's taking place. If earnings turn out to be weak, which I'll be quite honest with you guys, I hope that they are, because I'd like to buy some pullback stocks at this point. If they are weak, then basically I think the first entry point, we're going to come back here and we're going to test probably this 96.12 level from a Nasdaq standpoint. Now, from a SPY perspective, if you take a look here, we've hit this resistance level. We came up here and we hit this level, this 324, 325, 26 level, and we sold off. We came back to the $300 support. We're back up here and we're testing again, and we're just kind of sitting and sitting and sitting. And we have for, I don't know, we've been sitting here for about what am I on for the week? We've been sitting here for about 3 weeks now. We haven't really gone anywhere. So it's really just consolidating, picking up bids and ask, and basically this is the battleground. And so at this point here, when this pops, this is going to either significantly run up back to the original highs at 339, or we're going to have a significant sell-off. And what I think is going on right now is I think that investors are waiting to hear the big 3, the big 4 report their earnings this week. If those earnings are soft, the whole market's going to tank. It just is. That's just what's going to happen. And if it's strong, then we're gonna continue to rally up to this 339. So please make sure that you guys keep your ears and your eyes peeled to the earnings for this week, because that's literally going to be what this whole week is about, and actually for the market as a whole. Now, where would I be looking for an entry point? Well, again, at this point, I'm either going to enter in a position once earnings are strong for a retest of the 339 support, or I would be looking for maybe another entry off of the 300 support, see if that holds, and then if it doesn't, then who knows, we could come back down here and have, we could easily retest this this 287, 288. Where are we at here? Easily test this once we're past 300, we could easily come back and test this 280 support, We could also test the 273.18. I mean, no one really knows exactly, right? But another big thing as well is keep in mind that we have the HEALS Act that just got presented by the Republicans this week that they're looking to have signed off on by the Democrats in the House. And that's going to play a big factor as well. The thing is, I don't know whether that's going to play a bullish factor or a bearish factor. I know that President Trump had wanted a lot of tax cuts put into the package for businesses, which neither the Democrats or the Republicans are on board with. And so I know that that would have helped stimulate the economy a little bit more, but that looks like that's not going to take place, which I don't think businesses need any more stimulation at this point. I think regular people, regular workers, 9-to-5 workers need stimulus more so I think than businesses at this point. But I digress. The stimulus package being approved is going to probably move the markets. I don't know whether that's going to be bullish or bearish at this point. Again, this is just all going to basically just depend on the earnings, and that's just kind of where we are. We're in this consolidation phase. 50-50. There's a lot of reports that are saying that they expect Apple's earnings to be softer because of the reduced iPhone sales. But there's also that additional bonds buyback that the Federal Reserve initiated for Facebook and for Facebook and Apple and a lot of the other big tech companies. And so who really knows at this point? Like I said, I'm personally hoping for a pullback, but I do know that the markets are tricky and that they like to do everything the opposite of what the public thinks is going to happen. So at this point, I think we just have to hang tight. But at least you guys know what levels to buy off of. I'd also like to say from just from like a market moving standpoint, Tesla is down 4% today. For the most part, not significant moves. There was also some reports that American Airlines is going to be receiving some additional funding from the government. So that's a positive for the airline companies. But right now, I think we're all just kind of like in this no man's land until we can really get a hold on figuring out what we're going to do with the economy, whether we're reopening, how earnings are going to look, and then what this additional stimulus payment is going to look like. So hopefully this is beneficial to you guys. Hopefully this gives you some ideas at least as to what to expect and what support levels we're going to be trying to trade off of. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys are new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. This is a financial education channel. A lot of the videos recently have been discussing the stimulus update package and the stimulus updates. In addition to that, we also talk a lot about financial education as well, with basically the best brokerage accounts, how to save, how to invest, real estate purchasing, but in addition to that, also stock trades with day trading, swing trading, and investing. So if you guys are interested in those topics, please make sure that you guys like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you guys can stay tuned for the next video that I drop. So thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.